In 1950, a baseball executive filmed the sky for a routine promo. Seconds later, two metallic objects crossed his lens silently. The Air Force took the film, returned it missing frames, and closed the case. What remained became one of the earliest UFO films ever investigated. In the summer of 1950, the city of Great Falls was a quiet riverside community, far removed from Cold War secrecy or aerial intrigue. That changed on the afternoon of August 15th, when a local businessman would unknowingly capture what became one of the most debated pieces of UFO film evidence in American history. The man behind the camera was Nick Mariana, general manager of the Great Falls Electric's baseball team. That day, Mariana brought a 16mm Kodachrome camera to Legion Stadium to film promotional footage of the team for advertising and community use. As Mariana filmed the sky above the stadium, two bright, disc-shaped objects suddenly entered the frame. They appeared metallic, reflective, and fast-moving. Mariana instinctively followed them with his camera, capturing several seconds of footage before the objects vanished from sight. According to Mariana, the objects moved silently and in controlled formation. He later stated they reflected sunlight like polished metal. No conventional aircraft were reported in the immediate area at that moment, and no sound was recorded or remembered by witnesses present. The original footage showed two luminous objects traveling left to right across the sky, briefly changing position relative to each other. The motion appeared smooth rather than erratic. Importantly, the objects did not resemble birds, balloons, or known aircraft of the period. Mariana initially assumed the film would be dismissed or explained away. Instead, local interest grew quickly. The footage was shown privately to friends and local officials, generating curiosity rather than ridicule. Word of the film soon reached military intelligence channels. The U.S. Air Force requested the original film as part of its ongoing UFO investigations, then known as Project Grudge. Mariana complied, sending the reel to military analysts in Washington, D.C., while retaining copies of his promotional footage. When the film was returned, Mariana immediately noticed something troubling. Approximately 35 frames, those showing the clearest imagery of the objects, were missing. The Air Force claimed the frames were damaged during processing and removed as unusable. Mariana strongly disputed this explanation. He stated the removed frames were the sharpest and most important portion of the film. This allegation became one of the earliest public claims of evidence suppression tied to official UFO investigations. Despite the missing frames, the remaining footage was analyzed by multiple parties over the years. Early Air Force conclusions suggested the objects were reflections from two F-94 jet fighters flying in formation near the stadium. This explanation was controversial. Mariana and others pointed out that jet aircraft would have produced sound in contrails, neither of which were observed. Additionally, the object's shape and brightness did not clearly match known aircraft profiles. In the 1960s, the film was re-examined by civilian UFO researchers and photographic experts. Some argued the objects showed consistent luminosity and motion, inconsistent with reflections. Others maintained the jet explanation, citing limited image clarity. The film later entered the archives of the Condon Committee during the late 1960s. The committee ultimately classified the case as likely aircraft reflections, though critics noted the conclusion relied on incomplete footage and assumptions. Over time, the Great Falls film became notable not just for what it showed, but for what was missing. The alleged removal of frames remains undocumented but unresolved, fueling continued skepticism toward official explanations. Unlike many UFO cases, Mariana did not seek fame or profit. He continued his career in sports management and rarely promoted the incident. His consistency over decades added credibility in the eyes of many investigators. No conclusive debunking has ever fully explained all aspects of the footage. Equally, no definitive proof has confirmed the objects as non-human technology. The case remains suspended between explanation and mystery. Today, the Great Falls film is recognized as one of the earliest motion picture UFO cases investigated by the U.S. military. Its endurance reflects both the limits of early analysis and the lasting questions surrounding aerial anomalies. The film's legacy lies in its restraint. No crash, no contact, no spectacle, just a few seconds of unexplained motion that challenged assumptions and quietly entered the historical record. Within the UFO research community, the Great Falls film is often cited as an early example of institutional control over evidence. The missing frames issue predates modern disclosure debates and remains one of the case's most discussed elements. The incident helped normalize civilian-captured UFO evidence. Unlike radar cases or pilot encounters, this was filmed by an ordinary citizen using standard equipment, reinforcing the idea that extraordinary events could occur without warning. As we step back from the frames, the dates, and the official explanations, the Great Falls film remains quietly unresolved. A routine afternoon, an ordinary camera, and objects that defied easy identification left behind questions that time has not erased. Whether explained or not, this incident stands as a reminder that our understanding of the sky and what may share it with us has always been incomplete. For many watchers, belief does not come from certainty, but from patterns, persistence, and moments like this that refuse to fade. The Mariana film invites imagination without demanding conclusions, encouraging us to look up with curiosity rather than fear. Thank you for tuning in to They Are Watching Us. Until next time, keep questioning, keep observing, and keep watching the skies. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. If you're as into UFOs and all that cool disclosure stuff as I am, do me a solid and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up and drop a comment below. It really helps me keep the good content coming your way on this super fascinating topic. Seriously, I appreciate it so much. Catch you later.